Imagine waking up in a room where every drawer, shelf, and corner is filled with things you don't even remember buying, and your mind feels just as cluttered. You reach for your morning coffee, but bump into a stack of magazines that have been gathering dust for years. The sound of clutter, the small things scattered across the floor, the crowded countertops, the overflowing closets, creates an invisible weight pressing on your thoughts. It's not just your home that feels chaotic, it's your mind too. Many seniors over 60 in the United States are silently carrying this burden, and often, they don't even realize how much it affects their mental and emotional well-being. Studies now show that seniors who embrace minimalist habits experience up to 40% less anxiety and stress. That's not just a statistic, it's a transformative change that can touch every aspect of your daily life. Imagine the relief of walking into a living room where every item has its place, where surfaces are clear, and your surroundings feel calm instead of chaotic. The peace you feel in your environment mirrors the clarity in your mind. Before we dive deeper, let's take a moment to set the stage. Minimalism is not about giving up cherished memories or abandoning things you love. It's about making space for clarity, for focus, and for moments that truly matter. And here's something important. Before we go further, take a moment to hit that hype button, tap like, and subscribe. Every hype lifts this message so that more seniors can discover the freedom and calm that minimalism brings. Together, we can build a community where homes feel lighter and minds feel freer. If you've ever felt weighed down by the sheer volume of things surrounding you, know that you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore a way to reclaim your space, your mind, and your peace of mind. It's not just tidying up, it's taking back control of your environment and creating an atmosphere where calm, joy, and purpose can thrive. By the end of this video, you'll see that minimalism is more than organization. It's a path to mental clarity, emotional relief, and a life that feels lighter, calmer, and more intentional. Meet Sam Reed, a 71-year-old retired historian from Savannah. Sam has always loved collecting antique books, postcards, and little memorabilia from his travels and life experiences. Each item tells a story, a memory, a piece of who he is. But over the years, his home slowly became crowded, hallways blocked with stacks of books, desks buried under postcards, closets overflowing with things he hardly touched. At first, it didn't seem like a problem. These were his treasures, after all. But gradually, the clutter started weighing on him. He found himself forgetting simple things, losing track of his day, and even waking up in the middle of the night feeling restless. The things he loved so much had started to steal his peace of mind. Friends and family would comment on his organized chaos, but Sam knew deep down that his home didn't feel like a sanctuary anymore. It felt like a trap. One afternoon, while sorting through an old pile of postcards, Sam had a realization. He couldn't enjoy these memories because the clutter was clouding his mind. That's when he discovered minimalism, not the cold, empty style you see in magazines, but a gentle, senior-friendly approach where every item has a purpose or brings real joy. Sam learned that minimalism doesn't just tidy your home, it transforms your mind. Letting go of what no longer serves you creates not only physical space but also mental clarity and emotional relief. And today, we're going to share 7 life-changing benefits of minimalism for seniors over 60. Each benefit makes a difference, but benefit of minimalism number 5 was the one that completely changed Sam's life. The moment he let go of years of emotional weight and finally felt calm and free again. Stick around, because this journey will show you how to reclaim your home, your peace, and your mind, step by step. Benefit of minimalism number 1, reduces mental clutter and anxiety. Clutter in a home isn't just physical, it silently taxes the mind. Every book, stack of papers, keepsake, or object takes up mental space. For seniors, this invisible load can create restlessness, subtle anxiety, and decision fatigue. Even when you aren't thinking about it, your brain is tracking these items, asking where they belong, whether they are needed, and if they should stay. Over time, this constant background processing drains energy and focus. Minimalism reduces this load by removing items that no longer serve a purpose, freeing mental space for clarity, calm, and presence. Sam Reed lived this reality for years. His house overflowed with books, postcards, memorabilia, and collections from decades of life. Initially, these items brought joy and nostalgia, but gradually they became overwhelming. Hallways narrowed, surfaces disappeared under piles, and locating everyday items required extra effort. The constant visual noise was exhausting. Small decisions, where to place something, whether to keep it, how to organize it, repeated hundreds of times a day, creating tension he didn't always notice. The weight wasn't just physical, it lived in his mind, subtly influencing his moods and energy. To reclaim calm, Sam started small. One drawer, one shelf at a time, he asked, "Do I use this now? And does this item bring joy or value today?" Items that didn't meet these questions went into a decide later box. This gave him space to let go without guilt and allowed decisions to be more thoughtful. Within weeks, the home felt lighter, and so did Sam's mind. He could sit in his favorite chair, read a book, or enjoy a quiet corner without being reminded of tasks, obligations, or excess items. The mental clarity this brought transformed his daily life, reducing subtle anxiety and making decision-making easier. Practical strategies amplify these benefits. Designate consistent homes for essentials: a tray for glasses, a basket for keys, a shelf for current books. Shallow, clear containers reduce visual noise and simplify retrieval. Digitize photos, letters, and documents to preserve memories while reducing constant visual reminders. If decision-making feels overwhelming, invite a trusted friend or family member for brief, focus sessions. Two minds working together make faster, kinder choices than one alone. The results are tangible: calmer mornings, clearer thinking, fewer misplaced items, and more restful nights. Reducing mental clutter allows seniors to focus on hobbies, relationships, and moments that truly matter. Minimalism transforms spaces into environments that support mental clarity and emotional calm instead of silent tension. Have you ever felt stressed by items you don't even use? Share your experience below. It might inspire someone else to take the first step toward a lighter mind and home. Benefit of minimalism number 2: improves sleep and restfulness. A cluttered bedroom can silently sabotage sleep, especially for seniors. When the mind perceives disorder in a personal space, it sends subtle signals of unfinished tasks and responsibilities. Even without conscious thought, the brain keeps a running checklist of the items around you: laundry waiting to be folded, papers stacked on the dresser, or books and memorabilia crowding the nightstand. These visual reminders can keep the mind alert and tense, making it harder to relax and fall asleep. Minimalism in the bedroom addresses this by creating an environment that signals calm, safety, and order. When the brain perceives a space as restful rather than chaotic, it naturally begins to unwind, promoting deeper, more restorative sleep. Sam Reed discovered this firsthand. His bedroom had been a sanctuary in theory, but in reality, it was cluttered with piles of books, boxes, and items he intended to organize someday. Each evening, as he prepared for bed, his eyes fell on surfaces crowded with possessions, and his mind involuntarily ticked through the list of unfinished tasks. The result was restless nights, tossing and turning, waking up fatigued, and a lingering sense of unease. It wasn't the bed, the pillow, or the temperature keeping him awake, it was the mental weight of the room itself. When Sam embraced minimalism, he began by clearing his nightstands, removing anything that didn't contribute to comfort, rest, or daily routines. He placed only essential items within reach: a lamp, his current book, and his reading glasses. All other items were stored elsewhere or removed entirely. He reorganized his wardrobe so that what remained was easy to access and visually calming. Within days, his bedroom felt lighter, calmer, and more intentional. As he climbed into bed each night, there were no distractions demanding attention. The room itself encouraged the brain to relax, signaling that it was time to rest. Practical steps that seniors can apply immediately include keeping surfaces clear, using soft lighting instead of harsh overhead lights, and limiting visual clutter near the bed. Organize closets and drawers so that the act of preparing for sleep is smooth and effortless. Digitize papers, letters, and other keepsakes that might otherwise crowd the room. Consider neutral, soothing colors for walls and bedding to reinforce the sense of calm. Small touches, like a comfortable chair with no surrounding clutter or a single framed photograph, can create focal points that enhance relaxation rather than stress. Sleep quality improves when the bedroom environment supports the body's natural rhythms. For seniors, better sleep means more energy for daytime activities, improved memory, stabilized moods, and a stronger immune system. Minimalism doesn't just make a bedroom look tidy, it transforms it into a sanctuary that promotes restorative rest. The mental relief from fewer visual distractions carries over into other parts of life, reducing overall anxiety and improving emotional well-being. Have you noticed how your bedroom affects your sleep? Take a look around tonight. Removing unnecessary items might be the simplest step toward better rest and a more peaceful mind. Benefit of minimalism number 3, boosts focus and cognitive clarity. A cluttered environment can scatter attention and make even simple tasks feel overwhelming. For seniors, this is especially true, as the brain is naturally processing more information about health, schedules, and daily routines. Each item in a room, piles of papers, forgotten gadgets, or stacks of books, acts as a tiny distraction, constantly pulling attention away from what matters. Minimalism reduces these interruptions, creating spaces that support concentration and clear thinking. When the brain is freed from visual noise, it can focus on meaningful activities, hobbies, and social interactions rather than constantly scanning for what is out of place. Sam Reed noticed this effect in his daily life. In his study, decades of accumulated items made focusing on a single task difficult. Reading a letter or writing in his journal required navigating around objects, stacks of papers, and memorabilia. Even sitting quietly, he felt restless, as if his mind couldn't pause because the environment was signaling unfinished business. By intentionally decluttering, Sam removed items that were unnecessary for his daily life. He arranged his workspace so that only the materials he actively used were visible. Within a short time, he experienced mental clarity and found it easier to complete tasks without distraction. Practical approaches seniors can apply include creating dedicated spaces for frequently used items, keeping surfaces clean, and grouping objects logically. For instance, keep reading materials on one shelf, writing tools in a single container, and electronics in a designated tray. Avoid leaving objects on tables or counters that do not serve a current purpose. Digitizing documents and photos not only saves space but also eliminates visual clutter that competes for attention. Using labels and shallow containers further reduces cognitive load, making it simple to locate items without repeated mental effort. Another key strategy is scheduling short decluttering sessions. 10 to 15 minutes a day in one area, like a desk drawer, a bookshelf, or a kitchen counter, can drastically improve mental clarity over time. For seniors, working with a friend or family member during these sessions can make the process faster, safer, and more motivating, while also adding social interaction that enhances cognitive engagement. The benefits of minimalism for focus extend beyond the immediate environment. With reduced visual distractions, seniors often notice better memory recall, improved problem solving, and increased ability to enjoy hobbies and creative activities. Spaces that are organized and simplified encourage calm, deliberate thinking and reduce the mental fatigue that can accompany a cluttered environment. Have you ever felt mentally scattered in a cluttered room? Try clearing one small area today and notice how much easier it is to focus and think clearly. Benefit of minimalism number 4, boosts focus and cognitive clarity. Our minds are constantly processing information, much of it coming from our environment. For seniors, living in spaces filled with clutter can subtly fragment attention, making even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Piles of papers, stacks of books, misplaced items, and miscellaneous objects create visual noise that the brain unconsciously tracks, consuming cognitive energy. Minimalism reduces these distractions, giving the mind room to breathe and focus. When spaces are organized and intentional, seniors find it easier to concentrate, make decisions, and enjoy mental clarity that may have been lost amid years of accumulated possessions. Sam Reed experienced this firsthand. His study had become crowded over the years with books, letters, old journals, and various keepsakes. Attempting to focus on reading or writing often left him distracted by the clutter surrounding him. Even when he tried to sit quietly, his mind wandered to tasks left undone, items that needed sorting, and the visual chaos around him. It wasn't a lack of ability or interest, his environment was subtly pulling his attention in multiple directions. Recognizing this, Sam began a process of mindful decluttering, focusing on keeping only what was essential for his daily activities and mental well-being. He started by clearing surfaces and categorizing items into use daily, store for later, and donate or discard. By removing unnecessary objects from his immediate surroundings, Sam noticed a striking difference. He could read longer without interruptions, write in his journal with ease, and engage in research without his attention being constantly pulled away. The physical act of simplifying his environment created a mental equivalent, clarity, calm, and a renewed ability to focus on tasks that mattered to him. Practical strategies seniors can apply include creating dedicated spaces for key items, maintaining clean surfaces, and grouping similar objects together. For instance, keep reading materials in one spot, writing tools in a container, and current projects neatly organized. Shallow, transparent containers make it easy to locate items without scanning visually through clutter. Digitizing documents, notes, and references can also reduce visual competition for attention. Even a small daily routine of tidying a desk or countertop for 10 to 15 minutes can significantly enhance focus over time. Another tip is to limit distractions during mentally demanding tasks. Position your workspace away from high-traffic areas, use minimal decorations, and establish a simple, consistent environment for work or hobbies. Decluttering isn't a one-time event. It's a mindset that prioritizes simplicity, intentionality, and mental clarity. Over time, these small changes compound, making it easier for seniors to engage deeply with reading, writing, research, or creative pursuits without the constant pull of clutter. The result is a renewed sense of control, mental sharpness, and satisfaction in daily life. Seniors find that minimalism not only improves focus but also enhances confidence in decision-making, creativity, and learning. By reducing mental noise, they gain freedom to concentrate fully, enjoy hobbies, and navigate tasks with ease, turning spaces into supportive environments for both mind and spirit. Have you ever noticed your focus slipping in a cluttered space? Try clearing just one area today and see how much easier it is to think clearly and engage fully with what matters most. Benefit of minimalism number 5. Increases emotional well-being. Our emotional state is closely linked to the environment around us. Over decades, seniors accumulate belongings that carry memories but also hidden emotional weight. Items tied to past obligations, regrets, or unfinished projects can create subtle stress and guilt, even if unnoticed. Minimalism allows seniors to release possessions that no longer serve a positive purpose, lightening both the home and the mind. Letting go of these items nurtures peace, clarity, and a renewed sense of control. Sam Reed experienced this firsthand. His home was filled with letters, souvenirs, and gifts he felt he should keep. While each item held meaning, collectively they created tension. Walking through his rooms, Sam often felt pulled by unfinished tasks and obligations. Even quiet moments were tinged with unease. Adopting minimalism, Sam began mindfully. He asked, "Does this bring me peace today? And am I holding this out of love or obligation?" Items that failed these tests were donated, gifted, or recycled. He allowed time to process feelings, releasing possessions gradually. As he cleared spaces, his mind felt lighter. Rooms once heavy with clutter became calming, and emotional weight lifted. Practical steps for seniors include tackling one category or area at a time in short, focused sessions. Reflect on the feelings each object evokes, and consider journaling memories to preserve them without keeping everything physically. Sharing items with family or charities can ease attachment, knowing they continue to bring value. Create a memory space for treasured items, like a single drawer, shelf, or digital album, to honor the past without overcrowding daily life. The benefits are profound. Seniors often report improved mood, reduced stress, and a sense of calm. Spaces reflect values and priorities, not obligations or guilt. Letting go becomes a ritual of self-care, freeing emotional energy for meaningful relationships, hobbies, and everyday joys. Could letting go of old belongings bring peace to your mind too? Comment below and share your thoughts. It might inspire someone else to release the weight of emotional clutter. Benefit of minimalism number 6. encourages social connection and engagement. A home filled with clutter can subtly discourage social interaction. Seniors may feel embarrassed by disorganization or overwhelmed by the effort it takes to prepare for guests, leading to isolation and fewer social connections. Minimalism, by contrast, creates spaces that are inviting, functional, and calming, encouraging seniors to open their doors and hearts to friends, family, and community activities. When the home environment is orderly and intentional, it reduces anxiety around hosting and fosters opportunities for meaningful engagement. Sam Reed experienced this transformation in his own life. For years, his house was crammed with books, collectibles, and stacks of papers, leaving little usable space for visitors. Invitations from friends or neighbors often went unaccepted, not due to disinterest, but because he felt overwhelmed at the thought of tidying or accommodating guests. The clutter acted as a barrier, keeping him from enjoying the companionship he valued. As Sam embraced minimalism, he focused on creating clear, welcoming spaces. He removed excess items from living areas, reorganized his furniture for comfort and accessibility, and maintained surfaces that encouraged shared activities like tea, games, or conversation. With a lighter, calmer environment, hosting became enjoyable rather than stressful. He started with small gatherings, inviting a close friend for coffee or a neighbor for afternoon tea. Each successful experience reinforced his confidence and reminded him of the joy that comes from human connection. Practical steps for seniors include designating an open area in the home for visitors, keeping common spaces free from clutter, and organizing belongings so that essential items for hosting are easily accessible. Rotating or storing personal collections can also make spaces feel larger and more inviting. Minimalism allows the home to support social activities instead of acting as a source of stress or embarrassment. Beyond the home, minimalism can inspire seniors to engage with the community. Sam began participating in local historical society events, enjoying lectures, workshops, and volunteer opportunities without worrying about clutter at home. A simplified, organized lifestyle frees time, energy, and mental bandwidth to attend social events, join clubs, and deepen connections with others. The emotional benefits are significant. Hosting and engaging socially improve mood, reduce feelings of isolation, and foster a sense of purpose. A home that reflects calm and order naturally encourages seniors to connect with others, whether through casual visits, group activities, or shared hobbies. By creating environments that are both welcoming and manageable, minimalism supports social well-being as much as mental and emotional health. Have you noticed how a clean, organized space affects your willingness to connect with others? Try clearing one common area today and consider inviting someone over. You might find that simplicity strengthens both your home and your social life. Benefit of minimalism number 7, promotes mindful living and purpose. Minimalism is more than clearing physical space. It's about creating mental and emotional room to focus on what truly matters. For seniors, years of accumulated possessions can subtly distract from meaningful experiences, hobbies, and relationships. Clutter encourages a reactive lifestyle, where energy is spent managing items rather than enjoying life. By embracing minimalism, seniors can intentionally prioritize activities that bring joy, purpose, and fulfillment, cultivating a life rich in experiences rather than things. Sam Reed experienced this transformation firsthand. His home, once overflowing with books, letters, memorabilia, and collectibles, demanded constant attention and energy just to navigate. Daily routines were slowed by the presence of items that required maintenance or organization. Over time, Sam realized that while he valued his belongings, they were limiting his ability to focus on what truly mattered. Reading, research projects, family interactions, and trips often felt squeezed between the demands of a cluttered environment. By thoughtfully reducing possessions, Sam created spaces that supported intentional living. He kept only items that served a clear purpose or sparked genuine joy, storing or donating the rest. With fewer distractions, he could dedicate time and energy to activities aligned with his values. Mornings became calmer, allowing time for reading and reflection, while afternoons were filled with meaningful projects like researching local history or organizing family archives. Even hobbies like gardening, writing, or painting gained priority, no longer competing with mental clutter. Practical strategies for seniors include assessing possessions based on personal values. Does this item support your current lifestyle, hobbies, or relationships? If not, consider donating, gifting, or storing it. Establish routines that emphasize mindfulness, setting aside daily periods for reflection, creative projects, or social engagement. Create intentional spaces for favorite activities, a reading nook, craft corner, or meditation area, where only essential items remain visible. Digitizing photos and documents preserves memories while keeping spaces manageable. Minimalism also encourages prioritizing experiences over accumulation. Planning trips, attending community events, volunteering, or spending uninterrupted time with loved ones becomes easier when the home environment supports rather than detracts from these pursuits. Energy previously spent managing possessions is redirected toward engagement with the world, fostering a sense of purpose and fulfillment. The emotional and cognitive benefits are profound. Seniors often report improved satisfaction, reduced stress, and a renewed sense of control over time and attention. Choosing what to keep intentionally allows for a life focused on experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Minimalism transforms everyday living into a mindful practice, creating clarity, purpose, and joy in daily life. How could simplifying your surroundings help you focus on what truly matters? Take one small step today, and notice how freeing space in your home can create space in your life for purpose, passion, and connection. Sam's home has undergone a remarkable change. Spaces that were once crowded, overwhelming, and chaotic are now calm, organized, and inviting. Each room reflects intentionality, with only the items that truly serve a purpose or spark joy remaining in view. The clutter that once created stress and mental fatigue has been replaced by order and clarity, giving Sam a renewed sense of control over his environment and, importantly, his mind. Walking through his home no longer triggers anxiety or guilt. Instead, it invites relaxation, reflection, and creativity. The emotional transformation has been equally profound. Minimalism didn't just tidy Sam's home, it healed his mind, restored his joy, and provided the energy and focus to embrace life fully after 70. Tasks that once felt burdensome now feel manageable, and moments that were previously rushed or stressful are now savored. Sam has discovered that by letting go of excess, he gains space for experiences that matter: reading, researching, hosting friends, and spending quality time with family. His surroundings now nurture his well-being rather than compete for attention, creating a home that supports both mental and emotional health. Seniors can draw inspiration from Sam's journey. Start small, choose a single drawer, a corner, or one category of items to declutter. Focus on items that no longer serve you, carry guilt, or create stress. As you clear space physically, you begin to clear space mentally, giving yourself room to breathe, reflect, and engage in activities that bring purpose and joy. Even modest steps, repeated consistently, build momentum, gradually transforming the home and the mind. Motivationally, remember that minimalism is not about perfection, it's about intentionality and self-care. Every small action taken towards simplifying your environment is an investment in emotional freedom, mental clarity, and the quality of your daily life. By prioritizing what truly matters and releasing the rest, seniors can cultivate an environment that enhances well-being, promotes focus, and encourages social and personal engagement. Before you go, here's how to hype this video and support our community. On your YouTube app, scroll down and swipe left on the comment preview carousel until you see the hype button. Tap hype, choose how many points you want to give, and confirm. Remember, smaller creators get a bigger boost. You have 3 free hypes each week, and each one helps more seniors discover content that can transform their lives. While you're at it, don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss fresh tips for seniors. Comment below to share your experiences, insights, or challenges. Your story could inspire someone else to take the first step toward minimalism, reclaim mental clarity, and embrace life fully. Together, we can build a community where simplicity, purpose, and joy thrive in the golden years. Start small today, feel lighter tomorrow, and share your journey with our community. Minimalism is more than tidying, it's a path to freedom, focus, and a vibrant life after 60.